Hi everyone, my name is Russell.
My name's Malcolm.
And we're with the Lafayette Beer League.
So tonight we have Fountain Square's Kosmik Hefeweizen. This is a wonderful Hefeweizen beer.
Alright, let's get into it. So a little bit about the brewery. It started in 2010 by Jeff Gibson, Bill Webster, and Justin Brown. They all had a background in microbiology, chemistry, and automation. I can't say they all had that. That sounds ridiculous.
Various of the members had this background.
Right. Yeah. Ooh. That's a Hefeweizen.
Yeah.
That's a Hefeweizen.
Lots of banana flavor.
Oh, yeah. Look at that haze. That's what I was talking about right there.
Yeah.
That's a Hefeweizen haze for you.
There you go.
All right. So, one of the fun stories that I think is really cool about this place is one of the beers across the Wabash. Their brewers were hanging out with the People's Brewers, and they were talking about how they needed a bottling line, and then People's was just like, hey, you want our bottling line? Like, we'll sell it to you. And they were like, yeah, absolutely. So I think this is one of those great stories of how, like, craft brewers are all about cooperation.
And working together, you know?
And working together, for sure.
For example, like, they were sold in 2018 to a investment group that's based out of, I think, Lafayette. And the owner, or the guy that became the president and CEO of the new Fountain Square company, his name's Brad Smith, he also helped
establish Brokerage
Brewing Company. So, like, they're all very interconnected, and a lot of the brewers and a lot of the, craft beer industry is just kind of like, helping each other out. Building the community.
And craft beer is all about community, in my opinion, and that's what the Lafayette Beer League is about, is developing community.
Of course.
So they're located in Indianapolis, in Fountain Square, which, if you ever had a chance to go down there, it's really cool.
Super cool. Because the founders were so heavily involved in their, like, logical, math-heavy side of the brain and everything like that, apparently that's a thing, they wanted to kind of, like, bring into their workspace kind of like that artistic field and that artistic side that Fountain Square is known for.
Yeah, and they absolutely do. If you go in there, they always have rotating artwork on the walls, and it's all for sale, so it's really cool how they help local artists like that. But we're here to talk about this beer as well, so let's get into it.
So this beer is, like we said, Kosmik Hefeweizen. It is a 5.9 ABV and 6 IBUs.
Which, 5.9 for Hefeweizen, maybe a little high, but at least it didn't hit 6. I think if it hit 6, that's where I'd be like, maybe this is like an Imperial Hefeweizen. I don't know. Right. But brewers can call it whatever they want. It's their beer.
What's the difference between Imperial and other beers? Because obviously there's Imperial Stouts.
Imperial just means higher alcohol than like the standard style.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
So like Hefeweizens, they're not supposed to be like super boozy. Not to say that 5.9 is like boozy in any way.
Right, because I've seen beers up to really high.
Right. We have super beers or strong beers, whatever they're called.
Like 68 is like the strongest one or whatever. It comes with like a squirrel carcass.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, nah, for real. Check into it. Like type into Google like strongest beer in the world.
Anyway, so we talked about the haze a little bit, and it definitely has that Hefeweizen haze, and it has the bananas. You can taste the bubble gum in there,
which they mentioned on their can. Like, when you're talking about the can itself, it says kind of breaks down the Hefeweizen itself. It talks about how Hefe meaning yeast and Weizen meaning wheat. So they were brewed in the classic German tradition. This refreshing beer is hazy and light honey in color with a healthy head. The flavors have notes of bananas and bubblegum with no hop bitterness. And it's supposed to be a heavenly delight, which
I agree.
Honestly, not bad.
I agree.
Not too far off.
So I guess we're into the rating part of the segment. So Untapped, they gave it a 3.59. Not bad. I can see where they're coming.
Out of five. These are out of 5.
And then Beer Advocate was 3.75, and Rate Beer is 3.4. So we've got a pretty right there along there. And
if we're gonna like do a basic math rounding, we're gonna talk 3.6, 3.8, and a 3.4. So all within like plus or minus 0.2.
Right. And I definitely, I'm right there with them.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a solid Hefeweizen. I think it's got all the great notes. Now that I'm really seeing that haze, I'm gonna give this score definitely a 3.6.
3.6.
I'm right there with Untapped, and that's my preferred method of tracking all my beers.
Super
look
easy.
Look me up. Russell Bridges, Untapped. Yeah, I just winked at you.
All right, so I'm gonna go with between a 3.5 and a 3.6. So right there where Untapped is, I'm probably gonna be right around that same area.
Right.
Probably closer to the 3.6 mark than the 3.5 mark, just because I do really like Hefeweizens. I do think this has a little bit more of a carbonation feel / like mouth feel to it than my normal Hefeweizen beers that I've drank.
That's a good point. There's definitely a little bit more carbonation.
Right.
Well, a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know, Hefeweizens are a little bit smoother.
Yeah, kind of very easy drinking usually.
Yeah.
And this isn't, not to say this isn't easy drinking, totally easy drinking, but it definitely has more of that bubbly feel to it that you get from like carbonation and stuff like that. So like, I definitely give it more like a 3.5, 3.6 area than just a straight 3.6.
So on to Canner.
Yeah.
One of the things that just draws my eyes really quick is this like sacred
geometry.
There you go.
Yeah.
And also they have that kind of just really unique
abstract artwork
on the other side. So there's like really three elements. You have the black, you have the color, and then you have the purple. Purple giving you all the information that you need as a craft beer enthusiast. One of the things, this is something I don't see very often, the Beer Associates Independent Craft. And I love that. Yeah, I like the fact that they're certified and I can know that this is an Indiana beer.
Yeah.
And they also have the serving temperature and it's in a little beaker, coming back to that whole science aspect.
Side, yeah. A lot more science than they are art, which is kind of cool. Kind of brings an entire different drinking experience with your beer, because a lot of beer, I feel like craft beer enthusiasts are more artistic side, kind of just like throwing things together.
Oh no, a lot of people are scientists too.
Yeah, really?
Oh yeah, man. There's a lot of science to this.
I believe you.
Malcolm's learning. He's gonna learn. It's gonna
be learning a lot.
Cheers.
All right.
Well, that pretty much wraps it all up.
Yeah. Anything else?
No.
As always, my name's Malcolm.
My name's Russell.
We're with the Lafayette Beer League.